though there was this particular instance, this particular day, we're going shopping, and it's a route we always take to shopping, so you'd expect that I know the way by now. But that fateful day, I went straight on the bus lane. And when you go on the bus lane, or when you drive on the bus lane in this country, you get fined. And my husband just yelled at me, "What are you doing? Why are you on the bus lane?" And I was already like, I was all flustered. I was like nervous. I was like panicking.
There's a reason why the colors of the rainbows are so bright.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of seeing my face or coming to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts as well in the comment section. So on today's episode of Driving Chronicles, I will be sharing with you some money saving tips on driving lessons. Learning how to drive in the UK, it's not cheap at all. So if you want to learn how to drive, or you are in the process of learning how to drive, you want to be financially ready. So my number one tip will be booking your lessons in bulk. Most, if not all, driving schools or driving instructor will offer you that option of booking your lessons in bulk. It's a lot cheaper than having to pay as you go. So try to book lessons in bulk. It will save you some money. My second tip will be avoiding long breaks. You find out that when you're in the process of learning how to drive and you've covered some lessons, and then you go or you take a long break, by the time you're back, you'd forgotten some things, and you find yourself having to repeat those lessons you've had maybe 6 months ago or 1 year. And that way you're not saving some money. You're doing yourself a disservice if you take long breaks whilst you're learning how to drive. My number 3 tip will be watch as many YouTube videos as possible. I cannot overemphasize this tip because it will save you a lot of money on paying for lessons. Take for instance, you go out on a lesson with your instructor, and you touch on maneuvers. When you go back home, watch a lot of videos on maneuvers, and that way you are gaining a lot of experience. You're understanding what needs to be done, and then that's saving you money from booking or having to do them over and over again until you get it. So watch as many YouTube videos as possible. My number 4 tip will be don't be afraid to change instructors. I had 3 instructors before I passed my test. My first instructor was very strict, and I was always nervous when I was in the car with him. When I make mistakes, he yells at me, and I get all flustered and I begin to make more mistakes, and that even upsets him the more. So you don't be scared. If you're not comfortable with the instructor you have, change him, because you're only wasting money if you keep having him and you're not learning a lot. My second instructor, oh bless him, he was very nice man, but the problem was he only was available on Sunday evenings, and Sunday evenings was so quiet, and he would take me out, and it was so quiet. I wasn't gaining a lot of experience on the roads because they were so quiet. Sometimes we would pack up and we'll chat for half an hour, telling me about the previous student he had, and his experiences. At one point I felt I was only just paying this guy's mortgage. I better look for another instructor, and that's what I did until I found the third instructor who really helped me. So don't be afraid to change an instructor if you feel you're not getting your money's worth. If you feel you're not getting enough experience, change your instructor straight away. My last tip will be extra driving hours. Try to invest in driving outside your normal driving lessons. Get a relative or a friend, someone to take you out in the evenings, to build on what you've been taught. That will help you save a lot of money. You can invest in a small car. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just to get you driving, get you practicing. You need more practice, so invest in a small car. Make sure you're going out driving as much as you can. Someone that's been driving in the UK for more than 3 years can take a new learner out, but you want to be careful before you do this that you're comfortable behind the wheels, because whoever is taking you out for your extra hours probably wouldn't have the control pedals, and then they cannot jump in when you run into difficulties on the road. So you want to be careful for safety purposes, that you're comfortable behind the wheels, you have some driving lessons under your belt before you begin to go out on extra lessons. And also you want to be careful not to pick up bad habits from whoever is taking you out on driving lessons, because what probably was acceptable when they passed their test won't be acceptable when you're doing your test. Always build up on what you've been taught by your instructor. Your instructor will help you pass the test, so that's the aim of the lesson. They will help you pass the test. The actual driving happens after you've passed the test, trust me. That's when the actual driving begins. So they are there to help you pass your test. So you're trying not to pick up bad habits before your test day. Did your partner teach you how to drive? A family member, a close relative? How was the experience? Was it a hit or miss? Let me know in the comment section.
There's a reason why the colors of the rainbows are so bright. It's for you and me to learn. Yeah. There are times in life when many times